You gotta see something. As you probably know, RVs are kind of just slapped together, so there's a lot of like this going on. The screw situation is the thing that cracks me up the most. These are all typical, you know, normal. But look at that. Just randomly. 2 are those, and then 2 are the other kind of screw, which is hilarious. I don't...
Take your order, please.
In building with earth bags, we discovered our family thrived creatively and grew stronger by working side by side. We welcome you to be part of our family and for this week's adventure. We want to have the majority of this RV done, if not done, by the time we get married on July 17th.
So this morning we decided to get up early and beat the heat.
Yes. Why, good morning. Jared and I had the genius idea of getting up extra early because it's getting hot here in the desert. Early for us was like 6:30. Ooh. Jared is gonna tackle the couch. Jared has one last thing to do on the couch. Take it down a little bit more.
It's still too high for us. Both Bree and I feet kick like we're little kids sitting on this thing. We need to cut it down 3 inches.
Scariest part of it.
Yeah. Easiest way to get started on those is just get started, even if you don't know what you're doing.
Yes. We ready to saw this sucker open?
Got my line set for where we want it. To start with the top and then work our way in sections down to the bottom.
Let's see it. We replaced the couch to begin with because the couch that was in there was nice, but it was really uncomfortable. We're doing all this for the comfort. You did it! You did a really great job. Got a little bit of shoring up to do, not bad.
So I cut down the couch and we decided to dry fit it up there before we put any major supporting structures in.
Alright! Look at it though, it's the perfect height! You gotta come see this. It goes right underneath the window. I was hoping to because that cut into the window space.
Yeah, it's the perfect height for what we need.
The absolute perfect.
We just wanted to pop it up there to see what it looked like. It's gonna be really good. We're glad the couch fit because otherwise I don't think we would be able to get it out that door again.
No, that was a one-time deal. This week I'm going to try to tackle the cabinets. I have everything pretty much sanded down, so now I'm going to hit it with some primer, which is a step in the distressing process that we're looking to do on these cabinets. Cutting is always the most tedious thing.
So when we put it up there, it just cracked. And shoring it up, we already have the pieces we need.
That is the back of the seat that we took out of here. It was here, kind of this kitchen table seat.
Yeah.
Perfect! Gotta love the reusing. We saved those just in case we might need them. Way to think ahead, buddy. Breakfast, 4 hours of work, deserving of some breaky. Okay, doggy doggy, let's go, bye. It's time to get the black on those cabinets. We were told that the paint that we purchased was thin. Black kind of scares me because like the white kind of blends in with everything else in here. Maybe it'll be super thin and won't matter, I don't know. Should we see what it looks like?
Yeah, let's see.
Oh, it's super thick. Holy cow.
Probably the thickest paint I think either of us have ever seen.
Yes, I don't know, maybe it was just that color that was super thick or whatever, but it was a crack up.
Maybe it's just thick on top?
No, all the way through.
Oh, nice.
Let's see how it does. Oh no, that's good paint. And it covered really well. I mean, you're going dark on light, so.
Oh yeah, look at that.
That'll be good. These are not gonna be black. This is just one more step to the finishing touch.
Yeah.
Wish me luck.
Good luck.
Thank you. I remember when I was a kid, we were all painting our rooms. I shared a room with Shay. We were gonna be picking a color. And I remember at the time, I don't know how I got this into my head, but I really wanted a black room.
Hey.
And so I told Mom, I was like, Mom, I really want to paint my walls black. Mom was like, are you sure, honey? It'll feel really dark in there. And I eventually got talked out of it. And I went with a really cheery yellow, which was far more my speed, even as a child. If you have a black room, let us know how you like it. Or if you have any experience with black rooms. It was a little unforgiving because it's a dark color and that's a light room. It was a little frustrating trying to get it up there because, you know, you splitch and splotch in places. Well, maybe you don't, but I do. After slobbering on more of the blue than I care to admit, I realized I don't need to get perfect lines that are super close with the black. The main parts that I want to have black underneath it are the edges.
Yeah.
I just needed to get it around the spots that we were going to be distressing, or potentially would be. Classic case of working smarter and not harder. Hey baby, how you doing?
Well, as you can see, the spring's up here and not in the couch where it needs to be. There was a supporting piece on one side that was the only thing holding it on. And I tapped it with a hammer, not even smacked it, just tapped it with a hammer. And the spring just busted it out. Have an idea to get this back in there. As you can see, I've gotten the sides braced up here. Get the spring in there.
I wasn't strong enough to help you respring them. Bryson came in to help us out, which was awesome. Bryson has come to help. Wow, they're just flying through them now. Look at these men go.
That's a finger pincher right there.
It was like a pit stop of respringing the couch. Last one. Yahoo!
Oh, right.
Thank you, Bryson.
Wow, the end ones were really intense.
Yeah.
They were end
Oh,
intense.
yeah.
Right on.
We were victorious.
Are you guys now officially spring chickens? Okay, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, Bryson.
Yeah.
I appreciate the help. You're awesome.
You're awesome.
You guys are spring loaded and ready to go now.
Oh, yeah. He did it! It's gorgeous! It's amazing! He did so good.
And look, our feet are touching the
Yay! I am just super stoked. You did such a good job. It's so comfortable too.
Yeah.
Super comfortable.
I'm really glad the springs stayed.
I don't know how you respring those things that look like a big task, but you conquered it one step at a time. It was awesome.
Thank you. Glad they went back in.
Yes, that was a little scary.
Then I sat there for like 5 minutes. I was like, now what? There goes $40 of a couch. But nope, it worked out.
You did good. You saved it. It's perfect. We had a day of almost ruining things. I was still knee deep in the black sea of those walls. And I don't know if it was your excitement for finishing up that couch or maybe I was just deliriously tired. But at the end of the day, I remember myself saying, you know what? It's not that bad. I kind of like it. You know, now that I've had time to really seat myself in this particular paint, I have to say the blue and black look pretty tight together. What do you think?
It honestly looks really good like this.
Which was true, and I did kind of like it. We're not going to keep this color, mind you, but
it's going to be white.
I'm not mad at it.
There's been a whole progression you've gone through today with this paint. It was, oh, I hate it.
Oh, it's so ugly, and then now I'm like, it's not bad.
Yeah. With the couch done, I decided to help Bree get the white on the walls.
The conquering hero is gonna paint some cabs, eh?
Yeah. Got the white paint here.
I'm hoping it's thick.
I'm hoping it's thick too.
Yeah. We won't know though until we stir it. Do we have a
Yeah.
little stir stick?
Somewhere. Oh my gosh.
Real thick? Oh, it's like the thickness of yogurt, doesn't it seem?
Yeah.
Almost. Maybe a little less than
Maybe a little less than yogurt. Yogurt's chunky.
It was so hot in there, and by the time you finished a small segment, you could just come back and start the segment over again.
It really was insane how fast that paint dried.
Jared, it looks amazing!
2 coats? 3 coats.
2 coats and 3 coats. Okay.
I took a break.
Good job, baby.
Thank you.
Good job. You guys see my head back put up action up here. I will say it's single-handedly the most comfortable and yet disorienting thing I've ever done here for like maybe 10-15 minutes. And I was actually like dizzy.
Oh, really? When you came back up?
Down here, it's so disorienting. I feel like I understand a little bit how Michelangelo felt. First 2 coats or so have all been painted. Probably have touch up and some more to do tomorrow. I gotta figure out how to paint this plastic. I don't know what I'm gonna do. If you have some suggestions, it's plastic and I want to paint it like probably black to match the other appliances.
Time to get started on the cabinet doors.
Yes, I'm super excited about this part. Now we are ready for it. It's door time. We've been keeping all of the doors in there. I know it doesn't look like it at the moment, but it's behind there. We take them over to Shay's room, which is really nice because we can work in some air conditioning. Windows open, so there's that, but mostly air conditioning.
We decided to sand in between the coats. We didn't do it on the base cabinets just because we figured it wasn't necessary, I suppose. Don't know if it actually helps with the texturing of it, but it makes us feel better about it.
It did make us feel better. It makes painting slower because you have to kind of wait for them to get not tacky, which thankfully with the heat wave we don't have to wait long. They look like the Dickens, but they feel really smooth and nice. I've learned with art, a lot of times what looks like too much isn't always too much. You gotta let the idea play out. Drum roll, please. It's now time to distress these cabinets. It sounds like, and it looks like from the pictures, that it's mostly the corners that get distressed. Wish me luck. Here we go. Start with just lightly sanding it. When a furniture goes through use, it's the corners that get the most use.
And we don't have to be exact because we don't want to even.
Let's go with 120. We started with a pretty fine sandpaper and then we went up from there. We ended up doing mostly 80 grit, I think.
Our multi-tool has a sanding thing and that was so much easier. That'll save us a lot of time.
I am just loving these so far. There's some places where the brown kind of pokes through a little bit too. That looks so cool. Kind of adds a little bit of yellow in there with the black and white. I think this was the most fun part out of all of it. Required some artistic touch, which was exciting. They're supposed to look like old country doors. Cannot wait to get the hardware on here. It's gonna look really modern. I'm pretty excited.
Finally on the home stretch of the cabinets, putting on the polyurethane, get that protective outer coat on. Had a little bit unexpected thing happen with those.
It's kind of tinted yellow. It just kind of is what it is at this point. We were hoping it would lighten up as it's drying, but it just looks yellow. We got water-based, but we didn't see that it was oil modified, and we were too deep in to back out. But you know, we were going for kind of an antique country kitchen. Everyone we've shown is like, oh, it just looks like it's older, like we did it on purpose. So that's what we're going with. We did it on purpose. We did an antique patina on this stuff. Yeah. You know what? I'm really happy with it. Surprisingly, really happy with it.
The spots of the black from the hardware just mwah.
Yes, yes, it looks modern. It is even better than I had imagined it. Oh my gosh, I could not be more pleased with that in there.
Ooh, lolly. Oh, this is nice.
This is cool.
Oh, the yellow, it does tie in with the couch.
Oh.
Yeah, doesn't it look kind of antique now?
Totally looks antique.
I didn't even know I'd want antique, but I gotta say, I really like it.
I like the black handles.
You'll notice there's some holes in the cabinet areas where we took out that fabric. We've got some ideas, and we are looking forward to sharing them with you.
I love it. It's
That looks
awesome.
good.
It's nice. Oh, that's perfect.
Good.
It's cheery.
Thank you, yeah, I think so too. I wasn't sure about the off-white, but as we started to put the hardware on, I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
It looks like an old like log cabin.
It's definitely distressed, and it looks that way. It's cool.
Right. Good job, guys.
Looking good.
Excellent.
It's looking awesome.
Well, that wraps up this week. The t-shirt design of the week is RV There Yet. If you'd like to get this on a t-shirt, sweatshirt, handbag, apron, or many of our numerous products that we offer over in our shop, as well as previous designs that we've done, the link will be down in the description. We have a 15% off everything sale now through Sunday, so if you'd like to take advantage of that, it is going on right now. If you missed Wednesday, Garrett and Ellie worked more on their van conversion build. You've got to see the amazing work that they're doing with pallets. On Wednesday, we'll be back again. We're going to be finishing up the earth bag outdoor shower and bath build, and that is an episode you don't want to miss. We really appreciate you being a part of our family, and we look forward to hanging out with you on Monday for another podcast. Bye!
Sorry.
We're always like, oh, you want it light to make it seem bigger, but does anybody ever want to go, oh yeah, I want it smaller, get it a dark color? These are questions that I think about. They demand answers.
Answers.
When life gives you lemons, squeeze them on the doors. That's all I gotta say.
Our family moved from the city to the country. Thanks for taking part in our adventure. We have new videos every Friday evening. If you would like to help us out, you can like this video, share it, subscribe, or support us on Patreon. See the links in the description.
What do you think of the black paint, huh?
Is it ugly or is it beautiful?
Is it beautiful? It is very classy. It is very classy. Okay, Chippy. Good. Bye-bye.